Mic is kind of, there we go. Let's move that over a little bit. Maybe I can actually, there we go. Make sure that shows up. I need to make a story. All right, I'm trying to make my my go live here. Just give me a second. All right, now let's make a live sticker. Whoops, I don't need that. I need this. All right, there's that. Okay. Whoa. I want to know who bought who. I just saw the news that Printful and Printify are merging, but I want to know who bought who. I think because Printful is on top, I think Printful probably bought them, but I don't know. It could be different on the other side. I'll have to look at their social media and compare. All right, so let's come up with some ideas here. So the first things I need, let's make a list. I kind of want to do a Christmas market. I don't need that. I'm just going to make this square. Christmas market poster. Think of this. The thing of this is that it needs to be one color, so I've got to be clever with what color, and especially on this print, it's going to be, if I do it, it needs to kind of be a circular design. So initial idea could be something like on the last, well, no, the second to last one I did a circular design really worked well, and it showed up probably the largest. The print area on these totes is a little tricky because it's got the I mean, that's one idea that I'm not sure will actually work, because I'd almost like to make this not just a Christmas design. I kind of want to extend it to like, you know, winter, so it could be used for more than Christmas. But I also want to have Christmas stuff, but maybe but how do I add, because I want to have floofs on here. I'm gonna put that idea over to the side. I've done Floofy and Bright. I've done the Fa La La Floofs. Sharon, hello! Happy Tuesday to you too. I hope your day is going all right so far. I've got a sleeping coconut over here. She's very happy. She got her heating pad. I'm trying to get into the Christmas winter headspace because I need to. I've got a box of totes that are sitting at my printer. I don't know if I mentioned this on stream, but I had a box of my San Diego Comic-Con totes go missing. They were delivered the weekend of the hurricane here, and so half of them got delivered. Well, no, most of them got delivered, but one box went missing, and it actually ended up getting delivered a full 2 months after it was originally marked, you know, missing. And I had to go through this whole thing of getting the filing a claim with UPS. They said nope, it was gone, and then I had to file a claim, you know, to try and get a refund, because I never received the product from the source company, and they put in a special thing, and you know, surprise, surprise, UPS suddenly found it and delivered it. So I have those sitting there, and they're gray, so I need to figure out. My first inclination is, since it's a dark background, a light imprint on the front. And I could do, I'm thinking of something kind of playing off the silver, you know, type look, because it's already that sort of concrete slate gray. And if I do a white imprint, that could be really pretty and really delicate, kind of like lace or something like that. But I'm trying to think of, do I first of all want to do that? If I really like this design, should I get another bag or box rather of those and print, you know, a full, you know, 48 piece limited run of them? Or should I just go with the 24 and maybe have them print or actually order a regular classic tote that I could then you know, do the design on. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with those. And I do have an idea of kind of what would work best. Hey, Chris. But yeah, it was a big headache, but it was just like, you know, doubly frustrating because, you know, I was already told by UPS, and then I went back to the original company, and they're like, nope, we're not going to give you your money back until we do our own internal investigation, and that could take, you know, 10 days. And then I was like, okay, 10 days has passed, what's going on? Oh, nope, it could take 10 weeks. And I'm like, okay, that's not cool. So, but it all ended up, you know, where it should. I've got the product, I just need to figure out what to put on it. So I was thinking originally maybe a Cozy Town Christmas Market poster type thing. And that could work as, especially if it's like this, I could do like little snowflakes everywhere. But that's making that one tote just Christmas. And I kind of want to, I'm always inclined to say, well, maybe I should just do general winter, because then you could get more use out of it as a general winter design. So I don't know, I'm kind of struggling with that. Feel like I do like a hot cocoa recipe. You could have the floof with a giant marshmallow. With the many benefits of hot cocoa. Keeps you cozy. All of these ridiculous. All the floofy benefits. "10 reasons to love hot cocoa," as if you need more than one. Well, now I gotta come up with the reasons. Is this a good shirt? It's kind of a joke shirt, but it's kind of cute and I like it. Oh, she does kind of need a treadmill. Oh, she needs a claw clipping. Oh no. Oh, come on. Here you go. Gotta do that tonight. She is very happy and kind of curled upside down. She's toasting the top of her head. And I've only really, I think I've only seen her do the face down pose once. She doesn't really do that a lot. She does twisty kind of pretzel poses. You just write down the ideas. And if it's, I don't know, 2. Gotta come up with 10 reasons. Maybe I should just do 5 reasons. Goes great with every meal, with every snack. How about compliments every snack? Goes great with. Or I just need 2 more. Why else would you love hot cocoa? Keeps you cozy warm. Marshmallows. Goes great with every snack. Something about sweater level. Yummy mustache. It's true. Whipped cream. Something with whipped cream. Whipped cream mustache. I don't think I've ever seen you with one. Oh dear. What about peppermint sticks? Like, cause you kind of, some people put peppermint, like candies in there. Oh! Easy to share. I used to add peppermint vodka to mine. That was good. It was so good. Oh, that was so good. But I can't put that on the floofs list. All right, let's try to go. Let's try to go for extra. Really? 8, 9, 10. Easy to share with friends. Great well, share with friends kind of falls under a great party drink. Okay, festive. Yeah. You can make it more or less chocolatey. As if I haven't dumped the fattest and want the cheapest things to do. Is that coffee? Or just instant cocoa? I mean, that would be, oh gosh, that would be good. That would be good. That would be good. Although I really prefer like this, well, wait, what? I'm trying to think what hot cocoa I've been using lately. I think it's just the regular Swiss Miss. There is a candy shop in the town where I grew up, and they do. They're an old-fashioned candy shop, and I believe they still. I think they originally had a soda jerk in there, and I'm not sure if they still do, but they make their own peppermint candy every year, and they take part of that and smash it up and make their own peppermint hot cocoa with the peppermint candy that they make. And so they sell these jars of their peppermint hot cocoa. It's really good. It's not chocolate I use is Cadbury's instead. I bet that would be really good. I've never seen Cadbury's. I mean, we have the candy, like the Cadbury chocolates, but I've never seen hot cocoa here. It may not be on the imports list. I know there are some Cadbury candies that are not imported here, that are very, very hard to find. And I'm trying to remember if some of those laws have been relaxed, because I see like Curly Whirlies in like the vintage and specialty candy shops. I know for a while Curly Whirlies were hard to find. That's like isn't that like the caramel, is like a caramel thing? Let's see. Sweeter but weaker. Oh, okay. They've changed the left blend and spoons. I think it's UK brewed now. Oh. Should I have marshmallows listed several times? Mini marshmallows, mini. Giant marshmallows. Type today. All sorts of flavors. Totally have marshmallows listed multiple times. Many different flavors. How did I never know? How did I never notice that I miscapitalized Tuesday and Friday on my overlay? I'm not sure how I ever missed that. You know, the only way... Oh, nice. Unlimited coffee, tea, hot chocolate for... Wow, that's nice. I'll have to change that. I'm going to lock it back up because I don't want to miss it. But I'm just curious. How have I never noticed? Yeah, those are the right days. Tuesday is New Comic Day and Friday is New Comic Day, at least for now. I mean, I've been missing Tuesdays the last few mostly because of Inktober. It was just way... Plus, I've got writing sessions on Monday, so I was only able to get today's comic because yesterday's session was canceled. So, yeah, that was really, at the end of the day, I was just spent these last few weeks because I had to do the painting and then I had, you know, all of this other stuff. And all right, let's just roll with this and see if I can't figure out. I'm gonna have to go back and look at Behance to see some of those old recordings because I feel like I wouldn't have made that mistake, but I obviously did. And I feel like this font is not the same or right either, but you know, it's something that's been there for, this overlay has been here for so long. I really need to update it because the floofs, I mean, they're very, this is probably 2020 floofs, 2021 floofs maybe. I'm trying to remember if I did this for specifically Behance and Adobe. I think I did. But I should probably change my overlays. But I still really like my opening video. She is. She's getting in there and messing with everything. That's really bugging me now. Can I go in and change it on the fly? I'm sure I can. Let's try it. All right. I'm so picky. Oh, thank you for noticing. I don't know how or why I didn't notice myself, because I would notice something like that. And now I'm torn. Do I keep new lowercase, but comics will be, I mean, do I capitalize new, keep comics lowercase? I think that would look weird if I did that. And I feel like keeping Be Cute all lowercase is easier to read. But now use with critical grammar. Got a birthday coming up. New should be a capital. That's all it needs to be known for being correct. Right. Yeah, that looks okay. There we go. I need to change the whole thing. I wonder what else I would do. I would have to do something at the bottom. Professional stream. Yeah, how many years have I been streaming that it's been misspelled? Not correct? Not misspelled, but alright, so let me move this over. And let me think about, I want to do something with like the hot cocoa. Like I'm gonna need, I would like a pretty, like a ribbon. Something ribbony. But I know if I make that too exaggerated, I'm gonna lose space, so I need to be careful on this. So if I do that double there, should I do a double here? I should probably do that. Even on performance. That was a difficult game for sure. But I enjoyed the puzzles. And I enjoyed how kind of like the gravity in the gaming world would kind of flip and you'd have to think your way around that. Oh, bonfire night. So do they actually do it's just really kind of, well, is it kind of like our 4th of July where it's just fireworks now and no actual bonfires? What if I do the floofs present reasons to, here we go. I do like a, something like that. Hey Catherine, welcome to the stream. Ariana, hello, welcome, welcome. Must have been hit and miss. One of those things they stopped doing, they never really properly start again. Ah, I see. Oh, cool. And now I need to find a, I'm actually probably gonna do a font and then I'm probably going to do a font that's relatively pretty and frilly, and then maybe expand and hand embellish, I'm thinking. And then just have them here with a big hot cocoa. It's like a cauldron of hot cocoa. Okay, marshmallow. I have a little one with Maybe a marshmallow on his head. And he's holding mini marshmallows. I've got to have mini marshmallows, medium marshmallows, and giant marshmallows as a reason. All the marshmallows in it. You can put one marshmallow in it. You can put 2 marshmallows in it. You can put all the marshmallows in it. Maybe I should make the reasons all about marshmallows. And then maybe like 1 or 2 that are actually good, legit, like keeps you cozy warm, good to share with friends. Let's make this a little taller because I actually need to put the reasons on here. This might be like a print-on-demand t-shirt idea, perhaps. Okay, Christy, you need to actually capture everything. There we go. I could put little cups around, like maybe cinnamon sticks. And do I want to, here's the thing, do I want to keep it, so if I branch out into putting like peppermint sticks on there, then I think it becomes Christmas. So if I keep it hot cocoa and just do like maybe like little nutmeg, well, a little nutmeg, you really, it just looks like a nut. Or maybe I'll put the cinnamon sticks, could be cinnamon spicy. I could keep just like the marshmallow confetti almost around here. And then that would make more sense with them having the pile of marshmallows here. Okay, I'm going to save this real quick and then I'm going to BRB super quick. So hold on just a second here. BRB screen. Alrighty. Let me get my ears in. There we go. So I need a, let's just, many or few, you pick the perfect number of marshmallows for you. You can put mini marshmallows in it. You can put medium marshmallows in it. You can put giant marshmallows in it. Many or few, you pick the perfect number of marshmallows for you. What else we have here? Keeps you cozy and warm, easy to share with friends. Oops. Oh my gosh. I think I need to break the line that has many or few, you pick the perfect number of marshmallows for you. Kind of like the rhyme. How about I take out, do I really need that second U, that first U rather? Many, because I need the second one for the rhyme. Many or few, pick the perfect number of marshmallows for you. If I do that, if I break and space, there we go. Put mini marshmallows in it. You can put medium marshmallows. Maybe I should capitalize mini marshmallows. I feel like this could be a comic. This could be a little comic. Because these are all the reasons that Floosh love Hot Koshko, and it really boils down to marshmallows. I think I like that. It's a nice, concise list. They care about the marshmallows, they care about staying cozy and warm, and they care about sharing it with friends. Okay. So if I do this, do I want to use, I feel like I need to use, I would use this font, but I feel like, especially if I'm going to print this on a t-shirt, I feel like this is going to be more readable. I mean, yes, it takes up more space, but I feel like it's more readable. So I might just keep that way, but then I really need to cut down. I don't want to squish the font. Let's just make it like this. And then let's add maybe a little bit of space on the list. Makes it easier to read. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this. Now let's work on the sections here. And I feel like I can, whoops. I feel like I can get this. I'm gonna only need maybe one. I feel like for the cups, I'll probably just draw one and maybe reflect it, because I do want to have them kind of tilted like 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, at fairly regular intervals like this. But then what I'll do is I'll just go in and decorate the cups individually. So I'll have my base and then I'll just flip it and rotate and kind of alternate it going down. I'll do marshmallows and then I can just go in and customize each cup. I think that might add a little bit of visual interest that could be good. But this up here, this ribbon, I need to figure out so let's just try and get this ribbon part down. And I need to pick the hot cocoa font. So I feel like I can make this ribbon curl a little bit more. I feel like I've got wasted space here because I didn't design this quite as well as I could have. But I do want a nice curve here. So maybe what I should do is I should kind of come down like this and give myself more room up top for the ribbon tail and more room down bottom for the ribbon tail. Maybe that is what I should have done. So that can be like that. And let's see how I can make this work a little better here. I also need to smooth this out. Yeah, that was not working. That was not a good choice. So if I do it like that, I can curl the ribbon very close to the base form and not sacrifice so much space, which I think would work better for a t-shirt design where I'm trying to make the space work as best as possible. So let's do that here as well. I should go longer. And I can redraw this ribbon end. So let's come off this curve. And so let's select everything, and I'm just gonna lightly nudge it over so it's a little bit more. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. I've got less wasted space, and so I can have now my straightaway, the Floofs Present Reasons to Love Hot Cocoa. So what I want to do now is I want to tighten up these lines and maybe thicken the outer silhouette here. And what's my point size? It is too small. Okay. And I may remove this. Come on. That was good. It's like, shoot. I have this whole huge line. I should have not made it so. Should have given myself a break, a rest in between, but I didn't. Let's fix up that curve a little bit. Now let's see. What do I want to do with this hot cocoa? Do I want to have like a little... I want to have hand-drawn elements to it. But first, what I'm going to do is let's mess with... Let me get my font figured out here. Because if I'm going to do a simple font, then embellish, I probably want to get that main element figured out first. Go in here. So I know I have some fonts that would be really cute, that look hand embellished. And let's go here. I'm looking for something that is a little bit more soft, cozy. I think I could do something like this with the Floofs Present, you know, kind of like feature presentation in front of movies. Bookmania. When did I get that font? I like it, but I don't know what I'd use it for nor why. I knew this one. I've got a lot of different options here. Not quite as... I think charcuterie is what I'm looking for, because it's got a bunch of different display options here. So like something like this I think would work better. That feels more like a dollar bill font. Like the, you know, engraving font. Filigree, frames, ornaments, sans, not quite. I don't feel like any of those are right. It needs to be Christmas. Cheesecake black, hot cocoa. That's more like a... That's cute, but that feels more like a diner. Like a 50s, 60s diner font to me. I wonder if I have the other Because cheesecake black, that would suggest that there are other weights, and I've only added one weight. I'm going to go through all of this, and I'm probably going to end up just drawing it. Now hot cocoa is not looking like it's spelled right. I'm staring at this word so long it doesn't look like a word anymore. I think I'm going to have to draw it. Which is okay, I can draw it. Like any of these. Womp. Womp. Is that like a... kind of looks like a sound effect font, but it just is really not. I think even for womp it would be hard to read. Alright, since I obviously can't shortcut this, what do I want? If I can't find what I want, we have to draw what I want. So what am I thinking? Am I thinking... look at some of my... I've got a couple lettering books over here. Let me just scooch. Hello, my lady. Your thing is still on. Why are you bitching at me? Why are you giving me smack talk? Why are you talking smack? Okay, she's going back to sleep. Alright, so the two that I've got that I pulled are ABCs of Custom Lettering and Golden Secrets of Lettering. And this one I really love just because even if you're not interested in lettering, if you like graphic design, this book is just beautifully laid out and executed. Everything from the off-white paper stock that's just kind of, it looks like an old-time book that you've, you know, a lettering manual that, you know, as opposed to its publication date, which I think was 22 or 21? Or 16, okay, well it looks like something that's kind of, I don't know, it just looks like it's something that's been around for ages. And the color choices and the layout is just really, really cool. So if you like that, I'd recommend this one. I love the limited palette. I love that, you know, it's for mostly black and white except for that that little piece of teal that they've just kind of scattered in here, and just, so I need to get over that and actually look at what I got this picked the book up for. And they also go into a spot about how to lay out lettering sections and to break it up into shapes. And don't be afraid to play around with styles and the composition, the reading order, and everything else. Everything has kind of a retro look to it. So in thinking about that, maybe I should start with the composition and the shape. This makes me want to break out my my graphite pencils, because a lot of these sketches are in graphite, and with a lot of that, you know, hand shading look in here. There, I'm just gonna get a little inspiration from here. This one is interesting because she goes into she has sections on vectoring specifically, you know, like script forms and where you should put the points to get the best, clearest curves. And in general, the rule is less is more, but you know, there are some times when you can create these beautiful curves, so you've got to use a couple extra points in there. Yeah, so I mean, she'll break it down, she'll show the letter form, and then she'll break it down here in explanations, and she'll say, like, you know, these curves will, like right here, strokes look more fluid when they are drawn without intersections. So, and that can kind of be, if she continues on, that they should, however, be vectorized in a continuous way. This will make them look more natural. I like how she took the traditional hand-drawn, hand lettering techniques and has actually brought it into the computer, how people would use them today and how you kind of have to use them today. Because if you know, you can draw the most beautiful hand lettering piece in your sketchbook, but if it's going to be, you know, put on a retail wall or a retail window display, that thing has to be blown up and it has to be put into the computer and vectorized and all that good stuff. So. Talks about flourishes too. What I would like is just a little inspiration. And this actually is a really, she talks about structure as well. And she actually breaks it down into, see, like, maybe you can see, maybe. She breaks it down into little boxes. Some of them just kind of, it's not a grid that she's using, but some of them kind of break it down just into that. But she structures out and breaks out the letters where they would be. A little bit different than I've seen. Some of them just kind of draw general boxes for a box for this word, a box for that word. Oh, that's really cool. I would really have to think about how to do that. And that would not be, I really love this M, and I don't know if you can see, kind of see it. It's made up of small little hashes, but also these kind of almost flourish like vertical strokes. I think That looks really cool. And that might work. But doing that in this situation, this application might not be the best. So it would be something like I don't think oh yeah, so we have the H, so it would be something like this. And then I would have to figure out how to do that, and that probably would not be the best use of something like much better, much more competently drawn than what I've done here. Let's just use the letter block method and start making structure and figuring out where these letters are going to go so they look right. So I'm going to draw myself down here. Whoops. I usually just freehand this type of stuff, but I'm just going to draw vertical lines and break up where I want each of my letters. So am I going to do, I've got to first figure out, I'm going to cap H and C and then do small caps for the rest of the letters? Or, let's just play with it and see how it works out. So I'm going to do that. I need to have these about equidistant here. Roughly about right. And then I need to bring, let's keep this over here. I already know that I'm going to need to bring these in. E-O. I'm going to need to bring these in a little bit more. Like that. What if I just kind of I'm gonna grab my grid here and put just a little. Oops. Oh, heck. What did I do? What did I do? I hid something. I did tab. There. Jeez Louise. Doing today? Oh, how did I miss all of... I swear I missed a ton of chat. What? Oh, it's because live chat. Jeez Louise. I feel like all of this chat just appeared. Just saw the newest comic, perfect my day. Aw, I'm glad you like it, Sharon. Now I'm picturing what the Cozy Town Diner would look like and if any of the characters. I did a like a car hop Sonic type drive-in illustration of Momo and Coco on roller skates. I did that, gosh, that was a while ago. That was a lot of fun. I could definitely update it, especially with lighting and a different composition. I wonder why notifications aren't showing up. Yeah, lettering is a lot of fun. I love looking at the books and getting inspiration, probably more than practicing. It still doesn't let you turn on notifications to the channel because it still thinks it... Oh. I'll have to check on that. Because I know I turned it off, but... We trust the chat not. I swear that, I mean, literally the last thing I saw was that would be cute. And I mean, and all of a sudden this chat just shows up. Good grief. All right. Now I'm caught up. Perhaps it's a glitch. It could be a glitch. Good grief. It's not content made for kids, though. I mean, I had it initially marked as that, but I'll have to go deep in the settings and figure that out, because I know that I had to deactivate that to get chat to work. On PC, it just does nothing. On mobile, it tells you this action is turned off. You click on the notification bell to change notification settings. I'm going to mess with the settings while I'm live. And I don't want to edit that. Feedback, pop out dashboard, manage. Hot cocoa just sounds like she would if, uh-oh, she needs more heat. She would if there was food involved. She gets her belly dancing moves out for food. I don't feel like, oops, I don't feel like my letters are spaced well enough. Let's bring this up a little bit and give this a little bit more room. And I can bring this down a little bit. And let's just go ahead and group my letters so I can mess with them up. Whoops. I can kind of space them out and give them a little bit more room to breathe here. So I have that one not grouped yet. And are these grouped? We're going to double check if they're grouped. There we go. Now I can do I wanted to I kind of want to do the funky. But if I do something like that, I've had this. Gotta figure out how I can. They are such a good help. And it just, I got, so way back when I did chalkboards for a grocery store company, I actually got in trouble because I gridded it out too much. But I eventually ended up just doing rulers just to keep things straight. But I got good enough that I could eyeball it and get things about, the right way. And we had to use these really cool markers that were, they were chalk markers. And they had, if I'm remembering right, I want to say they were double tipped. They had like a big fat end on one and then they had a smaller, more detailed end on the other, but I don't know if that's right. But we used those to draw the weekly specials and for each of the different sections in the store. And those were always a lot of fun, but the thing was, and this is where I got in trouble, you had one day to get through all of them because the specials changed. As I remember, I think they changed on Wednesday, so you had Tuesday was chalkboard day, and all of the different departments would bring up their chalkboards. The big one was like the meat department. They had like 2 or 3. Sometimes the produce department had a bunch, but it was mainly meat and bakery. And then there were other projects that had to be done, but that was always fun. But yeah, if you spent too much time with your grid lines, you wouldn't get all of your boards done. But that was a fun thing to learn. I don't want to echo this, but I don't know if I don't like that, but I need to edit it a little bit. There is maybe, I feel like, yeah. Of course, I could always change the T to look better. Do that. What do I want to do to, let's just, I want to do something like that, or I don't know if I want to do that. What if I did something like this? Make them stand out like they're a relief. Interesting. Or I could do the block out and just have, let's see how that looks. Because in that case, some of these forms would be a little bit like coming together. I gotta figure this out the right way. If I drop the shadow back this way, how is the rest of it gonna look? I don't know if that's right. And I gotta follow my own rules if I do that this way. So if I do it this way, and I put here and here, I'm making my own rules here, so I need to follow them though if I make the rules. Right. I do that. I'm going under. I didn't do any of that on these letters though, so I shouldn't, but I did on that one. Should I do it on the C? Do continue that. Making sense that I'm drawing these two together. I think I'll definitely have to have something in the O's. grid out. Don't like how that looks. I'll keep the grid in there. I want to do some embellishment on this ribbon, but I wonder if I could make probably shouldn't have done that line all in one go, but it's all right. I feel like I didn't leave enough room. I think I made this too big. See it without my grid. I want to do that. Do I want to have straight single it's going to make it difficult. I have to be very careful when I do the S, the floofs present. I feel like, do I need that? Let's get our blob brush back to normal. I don't know if I need it. Although the floofs present, that makes sense because they're presenting the reasons and they're all about marshmallows for the most part. So up a little bit and fix his bottom part here. Let's make this cup of hot cocoa that's going to be, whoops, giant cup of hot cocoa. I'm going to make it, oh, that's really, well, that's actually not that bad. That's what I was thinking when I drew the sketch, but let's bring it in just a smidge. And I'm going to make this separate so I can layer up and gotta remember, if I'm gonna do this on something, I need to make sure that I don't have a lot of, my inclination is to do shading and stuff, but if I do that, I need to do it in halftones, because if it's gonna be a single color print, any shading I do needs to be in the same tone of whatever it is that, you know, that I've got one color to work with. So I've got to use some trickery to get the actual tones and shadows in there. Maybe some, just get these little, I think I'll keep that there maybe, or I might extend the pile of marshmallows a little bit. Let's get this guy's little paws where they should be. This arm is gonna be in front, but it's gonna be behind the mallow, so I need to erase the top of his paw. I'm going to group him, and I'm going to group these, and since I already grouped that, I can make it easy to group them. So if I have to switch, because I may bring these around and just kind of condense this a little bit. And then I'll have the graffiti around it. All right, I think I'm gonna probably call the stream there. I'm gonna get a little lunch, and then I've got to think about this ribbon lettering design a little bit. I'm not quite happy with it, so I'm gonna look a little bit more at my books and maybe get some inspiration there and see if I'm just not happy with how it looks without the grid. So I feel like I need to think about it a little bit more. I need to plan a little bit more, maybe play around with these letters, but also I could just go all caps, and I probably feel better about the space, because either I use all caps or I do some sort of something to fill in this area, or just make it like, I don't know, it just doesn't quite work right now. So, but I really like the list. The list is cracking me up, and then I like the idea of having this little hot cocoa confetti around here with the cups and the marshmallows and the cinnamon sticks. Oops, I didn't mean to go ahead and select this and delete that because it's in that other thing. And I'm also debating on the Floof Presents. I may try to, I don't know. I feel like it needs it for the joke of it, but I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more. But I like this so far. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm trying to decide whether I want to put it on a t-shirt or do the tote. We'll see. But I still have the idea of the Christmas market and the ornament, kind of like a Cozy Town Christmas market poster. I have a couple other ideas that could go pretty well. So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Sharon, Catherine, Ariana, Dee, Chris. Thank you guys so much. Let me go ahead and put on my ending screen. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will be back on Thursday with some comics and let's see. I think it's time for a Pudge comic. I haven't done, I'll have to look back and double check, but I think I haven't done a Pudge comic in a while, so I need to do a Pudge comic. And I'm trying to get, some more of the supporting characters in there. He's main character, but I feel like I focus on sometimes the flutes too much because the comics for those just flow so easily. So I just want to get the mix a little bit more even with the other characters. So it probably will be a Pudge comic, but I gotta write it. So, but anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.